trying my background. It's not great. I know I have to raise him a little bit. You can't really see my mushroom guy behind me. And my voice, I lost my voice. So anyway, my name is Nikki and this is Pig Loves Mouse. Sorry for the voice. I'm kind of like clearing my throat a lot in this video, so it's probably just gonna cut out a lot of stuff just because I just don't want that to be heard every time. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this guy. I have been seeing some images on Pinterest on what ideas to do or to make for Christmas ornaments, and just following kind of the theme, or kind of like I guess it's like a series. I'm probably gonna make this into a series. This is only the second video though. The first video is a gingerbread man, so this one's gonna be Santa. This one's much smaller and much faster make, and I might change him a bit just because I never wrote down the pattern and I don't really remember what to do for him, but I'm definitely gonna try to follow what I made and try to figure out how I did it. I know the belt is a surface crochet, and so is the beard. And the mustache, it's, I don't know if you guys can see, it's like double crochets, half double crochets. Anyway, so I'm going to try my best to recreate what I did, and this is actually what I made last year for teachers. I believe, wait, did I? Yes, I believe I made the Santas last year. It's so long ago, I know it's only been a year, but my memory is not the best, so. Anyway. This is what I'm going to try to make, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video, and I will see you in the outro. So to begin this project, you will need these colors. I mean, you can change them to whichever colors you want, but I'm going to be using the traditional red, white, and black. So I'm using Red Heart Super Saver for all my colors, and I'm using gold for the belt. And then I'm using this buff color for his skin color. And yeah, so this is just, I don't remember what this is called, soft white or whichever white you want to use. And then this one is just black, and this red is cherry red. The black is just called black. And I think this is called like saffron now. I don't remember. I think before it used to be called gold. So I'm using those colors, and let's see, I'm trying to remember what I started with. I think I did start with this. I started with the buff first. So that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to continue on to the red for the body. For this video, I am going to use a 3.5 millimeter. It always suggests something bigger. Let's see what it suggests. It suggests a 5.5, which is way too big. I used to use a 4. But I think my tension has loosened quite a bit, so I'm using a 3.5 millimeter hook. So let's see. Let's start with the head. Alright, so we're going to start with 6 single crochets in the magic circle. Okay, so for the first round, it's 6 single crochets in the magic circle. The second round, increase times 6. And then for the third round, I did 1 single crochet, an increase, and then I repeated that 6 times. So now, on this fourth round, we're gonna do 2 single crochets, and then an increase, and then you're gonna repeat that 6 times. Okay, so now we've gone this far. I'm gonna compare with the size of the ornament. Let's see, where did I put it? So with the size he is right now, I'm thinking this is where I have to stop so I can create that circle, because, you know, I might go one more because his body is slightly smaller than his head. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go one more round. So now we're gonna start just building the head. And I'm thinking that might be, actually that might be too big. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go back around. And then we're gonna do several rows. Let's see how many rows we have to get to finish the head. So at this round, let me see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So there's going to be 24 stitches for this round, and then we're going to repeat it until we are at the desired length. So I'm going to let you guys know where we're going to stop. Alright, so now I'm looking at the original doll and I'm thinking this is how big it was supposed to be. Yeah, because we don't want it much too big, because then the head will just be too big and not proportional to what this is supposed to look like. Well, the original one that I made. I believe I did about like 5 rows. And then after that we're going to continue to the red for the body. Okay, so I'm only going to do 3 rows, or 3 rounds. 1, 2, 3 of 24 stitches. But before we close it up, I want to also do the eyes before we do that, so it's much easier and you don't have to hide so many ends. So we're going to do 1, 2, and then a decrease. And then we're going to repeat that 6 times. Okay, and I just realized when I made this guy was made with 4mm hook. So this one's just going to be slightly smaller, which makes sense. Not that much smaller, but just a little bit smaller. So now I'm going to work on the eyes, just so it'll be easier for me, and we don't have to hide that many ends. So I'd want it to be 1, 2, 3, like about 3 rounds up. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, right here. Trying to think, I wanted to go here. I was thinking of going here, but I think that's too high, and that's where the hat is gonna go. So I'm going to do it down here. As you can see, I'm just gonna make a tiny little square shape for the eye. So at this point, after finishing the eyes, I think I want to do the hat so that I can sew it in and just tie the loose ends on the inside of the head. So let's start with the red for the hat. So we're going to start with 6 single crochets. Actually, let's do 4. Okay, so let's fit this onto his head. So he looks like this for now. And then we're just gonna sew this onto his head. So since the color change is right here and I didn't do a slip stitch all the way down the side here, I'm gonna put this in the back. So for the hat, you can stuff this, but I did not even for the one I made before. I just didn't bother stuffing it, so it's kind of pretty squishy up here. Okay, so now I'm going to continue with the head just a little bit more, just so I can attach his mustache here and his little beard sort of thing. I know I could probably put a hair here, but I decided not to. So I'm just going to do the beard and his little side thing right here. So here we're going to continue with the head, and the next round we're going to do 1 single crochet and a decrease, and we will repeat that 6 times. Okay, so the head is starting to go down a little bit, so then I'm gonna do the white hair and his mustache. So for that, I'm gonna use the white again. So for this, I want to start, let's see, on one of the sides here. Actually, I could start from the hat. So I'm just gonna go a couple of stitches out on the hat. So where the eye stops, it's kind of like 2 stitches over. And I'm just gonna grab a stitch from the hat, and then I'm gonna insert the yarn here. As you can see, pull up some yarn. You want to make sure there's a nice tail so that I can hide it inside the head and tie a knot inside. Okay, so now we're gonna do surface crochet. So I'm just gonna go right there, and then a slip stitch. So we're just gonna slip stitch the white hair down. As you can see, I'm just working my way down like that. And then at the bottom, I'm just gonna go this way, like kind of a U shape. Yeah, so I just did 3 slip stitches, and then from there I want to work this way so that it can go all the way around to here. So from here, and just follow along the bottom. Just when you're going up this side, just make sure it's even with that side. Kind of looks fairly even. This one's a little bit closer, but I think that's good. And then we're gonna finish off and try to hide the ends on the inside. So I just want to follow along here, kind of like weave it in here around at the top, just so I don't have to weave it on the inside, because I want to tie a knot with this one. So I want to just weave it through the top here. Alright, so now we're gonna work on the mustache. Okay, so I've been looking at how I made the mustache, and I believe I started from the middle. I went and created a chain, and then went all the way to the middle, and then created a chain, and then crocheted until the middle, and then that was how I did it. So I am going to start in the middle, which is sort of here, and then I'm going to pull yarn through and then create a chain of, let's see, how many did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not sure, actually, probably 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a chain of 7. And so then the first one would be a slip stitch, no, one single crochet. Okay, so that would be 6. All right, I'm trying to figure out that's 6 stitches that I'm going to work across, and I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to be putting the double crochet, because I believe there's a double crochet somewhere in there. So one single crochet, so that's 1, 2. Oh my gosh, I can't do this in my head. I'm better on paper. Okay, I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, so then the next one will be a half double crochet. Okay, so that's 2 already. That means I have 4 left. So then these next two stitches have to be double crochets. So the next 2 stitches are double crochets. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 2 left. So this next one is gonna be a half double and then a single crochet. Now that we've done one side, we're going to do the other side, and we're going to do exactly the same thing. I know it looks a little messy and complicated, but then we're going to go right back through the middle here where we went through before, and we're going to do a slip stitch. Right there, and then we're going to do chain 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we're going to do 1 single crochet in the second chain from the hook, and a half double crochet, 2 double crochets, a half double, and then a single crochet. And then we're done. We're just gonna finish this off and then sew the mustache down so it doesn't look weird. As you can see, he looks a little crazy right now. His mustache is all over the place, but we are going to sew them down. So this is pointing down. So this one's gonna look a little bit backwards, which is fine, but we want this part that's kind of like bending down. I mean, not bending down, the part that's kind of like this to be the bottom and the straight edge to be the top. So we want it to be like this. Can't really see it, but I will sew it down and you guys will see what he's supposed to look like. Don't worry so much if the bottom is not sewed down. I would just focus on sewing down the top edge here. So that's what I'm doing. I'm sewing down the top edge. So that's what one side looks like. I'm gonna sew down the other side. As you can see, he has both sides of his mustache now. Now it's time to go into the body. So we're going to change to the red yarn. Then we're gonna add the, what is that, the loop here, so you can hang it on your tree. Alright, so there's the ornament. I changed it up a little bit and put a bow because I didn't feel like hiding the ends, and it looks cute that way. So here he is, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and that he was fairly easy to make. Let me know in the comments section below what you think, and I will see you in the outro. Bye! So I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial for this little guy, and I'm gonna try to post another one for next Friday. I'm trying to figure out which one, because the first one that I made was a Christmas stocking. That's not my pattern, so I think I'm gonna scroll through Pinterest for ideas and inspiration, because this one actually used to have legs and I had to make it as fast as possible, so I modified him. And because I just saw an image on Pinterest and there was a cute little Santa with legs, and I don't remember what else was different about him, but I really had to simplify him because I had to make so many. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna go on Pinterest to see what I'm gonna make. I did see some gingerbread houses, but I don't know, I might make those. That's just kind of like the gingerbread shape. It's all brown, and then you're pretty much just embroidering or surface crocheting over the whole thing. So I mean, that's probably why I kind of didn't want to do that one, because I feel like if I was rushing, it would look sloppy. And this one, when I was rushing, it still looked cute. So I want to find something like that, so that even if I was rushing, I probably would make, you know, this pattern right here, you could make a snowman. So you just make this white, and then this one, you could just not even do the hat. So you could definitely make a snowman with this pattern. But yeah, so let me know, suggest down below what you would like to see as an ornament, and I will try my best to do that. And yeah, I think that pattern that I wanted to come out with, Noko, is on hold temporarily. I kind of have been feeling tired and a little bit burnt out. Maybe not burnt out, but I don't know, just tired, especially when I'm sick right now. So I can't really come out with a pattern more complicated than this at this time. So hopefully I have more energy after this cold passes. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.